Hey, good morning everybody. So this is a slight kind of deviation for the channel. Following the time trial last weekend, which didn't go entirely to plan. I was hoping for a sub 30 minutes. So a number of factors impacted that time. One was the wind. It was very, very windy on Sunday. Two, a new track which had some elevation changes in it which I wasn't prepared for. And three, just a bit of lack of fitness. So I felt that it was time to address that lack of fitness. I'm not unfit. So as I said in the other video, I'm coming up for 60, and I wanted to see how fit I could get in these next 12 months. So this kind of series is about documenting that journey a bit, starting with a 8-week base build time trial plan. We'll be using my whoosh to build that out. I don't know what today's going to bring. Just bringing it up on the computer now. So I'm just loading the plan up now, see what it brings. I've chosen to use my whoosh because I've been using it for 2 or 3 years. To say that it was unreliable at the beginning was a bit of an understatement. You didn't know if you were going to end up losing the ride through a crash or disconnect or something like that. So so using my whoosh has improved over the years. The UCI adopted it last year as their platform for esports, and it has become fairly stable. Now it is quite heavy for a power user. I mean, so it does demand quite a bit of power from the computer or iPad. They have released 2 versions, of a bit of a less graphically intense version, or this version that I'm using now, which is higher res. So it looks like that I'm into a 5-minute warm-up and then some sprints, 30-second sprints to top of zone 2, into zone 3, back to zone 2, etc, etc, then a 3-minute rest, and then we're into some what looks like quite heavy zone 4, and then a sprint at zone 5. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously I'll report back in a week's time on how this went and how this week's training going. But I think a little bit of a background on me. So as I said in the other video, I was 59 in the beginning of March. My dad passed away when he was 58. So a lot of this was driven by the fact that I was conscious that he died very early on in his life. So as I said, I'm not unfit. I just wanted to see how muscle groups react before 60. So this is a series about fit before 60, or fitter before 60, or I'll come up with a title for it anyway. Yeah, my time trial time, I'm not sure if I mentioned, but if I didn't, it was 32 32.26 or something, which was a bit of a disappointment, as last year, although on a flatter trail kind of midway through the season and much warmer, no wind, I did a 27.5. So I'd like to get back down to that 27, although the target is going to be 25. So we'll see how we get on getting to that target. So today, start the program properly, follow the program religiously, which is quite difficult because it means, you know, one day, a rest day, and then fueling properly as well. So me, yeah, 6'1", 185 centimeters, 84.7 kilos, and the FTP dropped from 233 last year to 226 in a recent FTP ramp test that I did a couple of weeks ago before the time trial. Oh, I did forget to say, don't forget to hydrate as you go. So I'm just in that cool down session for a couple of minutes. And we will keep coming back as I'm progressing through this this torture phase that's coming up. So we're just about to go into the main part of the session, where we're looking at 272 watts for 30 seconds, followed by 207 watts for 2.5 minutes. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 of those. So half an hour of a bit of pain. So we'll come back at the end and see how much pain I'm actually in. I will just say that this isn't the actual first day. Yesterday was just a kind of warm-up recovery ride, they call it, but it was just a matter of spinning out from zone 1 and zone 2 to get the legs working. Ten seconds. The idea of this plan really is to build up that endurance for a constant cadence at a high power over you know, that half an hour time trial distance. I have base endurance, but I don't have base power. So hopefully this program will start seeing some improvement in that base power. After 2 weeks, I've got another time trial, and then we'll move into the build phase, and then we'll keep going, keep testing, and keep reporting back to you guys. And all of this is all built into my Whoosh and others. But I think a lot of these plans were built by the chap that supports UAE Team Emirates. They are putting in a fair amount of money into this app. A couple of weeks ago, they did a live training session with Peter Sagan. So you got to ride virtually with Peter while he chatted in the channel as well, answering questions. Here we go. 272. 107, 112 cadence, heart rate 149. I need to drop the gearing next time. $151. Back to 207. One down, 9 to go. We'll do one more on the camera, and then we'll come back at the end for the last 2, where I'm absolutely shattered. Thank God it's a rest day tomorrow. So we're into our last 2 sessions now. My watch calls them surges. Definitely feel the blood surging to my head and the power leaving the legs. Heart rate now 162, 163. I think my max heart rate about 178. So another minute and a half. Then we're into the penultimate 273 30-second burst. And then that final 3 minutes and final push at the end before breakfast. What do people do when they're on their turbo? I listen to some music. I'm sure some people prefer the solitude. Others might have a podcast or spoken book. But I like some heavy beats. Some people will laugh, but I love Cascada. Along with Pink Floyd, Deep Purple, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Queen, R.E.M., Evanescence, throw that one in there. They've all got good songs with high cadence. Last 30-second, nope, penultimate 30-second surge. Power is dropping off a bit now. Back to 207. Bouncing between 2.4, 2.6 watts per kilo as an average. If you think that's bad for a 59, shout it out. If you think it's good, give me that thumbs up. Okay, 10 seconds to that last 30-second push. Or surge. Surge, as they say in Beverly Hills Cop. Here it comes. Woohoo! Crowd goes wild. Recovers. Bring that heart rate down. I suppose that's part of the fitness, isn't it? The speed to recovery, how to get your heart rate back. So we'll see how long it takes me to get to 110. $140. I drink. Woohoo! Done. So 25 virtual miles. Whoop. So done. 25 virtual kilometers, averaging 30 kilometers per hour. 577 calories burned. Yeah. So sub threshold. That was about threshold. Some of that. Anyway. Thanks for watching, and remember this program was brought to you by the letters O, L, D and the numbers 2, 7 and 3. See you next time.